Hey guys, Nikki here. So, fresh faced, no makeup, and just a little bit of a different video, and just wanted to talk to you. So, let's just get right into it, I guess. So, I have decided to do what makes me happy. Now you're like, what kind of video is this gonna be? I had been in a very toxic situation for 4 years. I'm not gonna give you the timeline, I'm not gonna tell you when, I'm not gonna tell you when it ended. I'm just gonna tell you it was recent. And for 4 years, I had been in a very toxic situation. There was no real, there was no physical abuse or anything like that. But I had stopped doing a lot of the things that made me happy. And I have learned how to disassociate from myself. And that's really scary. I was having a conversation with someone the other day about my ability to disassociate. And a lot of it is right here under my eye is so dry. The rest of my face oil slick. Right here under my eye is so dry. A lot of the reasoning is because I'm a psych major in college, and being a psych major, it gives me the ability to disassociate so that I don't end up in my feelings when I'm counseling someone. That's just how I choose to handle things. So, sorry, I keep moving. But I stopped doing a lot of things that made me happy. Like, I used to collect boxes from Dollar Tree, threw them all away. I used to collect fans from Dollar Tree, threw them all away. I used to just collect little things that would make me happy. I don't do that anymore. I was in a situation where I was just... Not only was I unhappy, but it was toxic. And I didn't realize it was toxic until the end. And it was very toxic. I enjoy going to the bar, not for drinking purposes because I don't drink, but I enjoy going to the bar with friends to watch people and to watch other people get drunk. You know, it's kind of one of those things. It's just fun. So I used to do that all the time. Stopped doing that. There's just a lot of things that I stopped doing. And this video is to say, I'm back. I'm going after work. I'm finding a freaking box. I can't do it at Dollar Tree because right now they're only accepting cards and I don't pay with cards at the moment. I'm finding things that make me happy. I'm finding things that make me who I used to be and who I still am, but have hidden away for so long. I'm going to be fidgeting probably the whole time because this is an awkward video for me to make. But for a really long time, I wasn't me. I was not who I used to be. And I'm getting that back, and I'm so excited to be getting that back. You know, I had that issue with Dollar Tree today where I was walking around and they ended up telling me I didn't buy anything because they ended up telling me they could only use credit cards. So, whatever. But as I was walking around, I was like, this makes me happy. Why did I stop buying them? And then I was like, I know why now. So if it makes me happy, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to do whatever it is that makes me happy because I'm back. And that feels so good to say. And I will never in a million years let somebody take that away from me again. Now, I'm not saying this person was a horrible person because they weren't, and I don't think that they intended to do that. But and they would have been over backwards for me. You know, it was material things. They would buy me whatever I wanted. They would, you know, but when I needed them emotionally, they weren't there. goes back to the disassociating and all of that stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of just all over the place, but I'm back. Slowly, but I'm coming back. I am allowing someone. I allowed someone for a very, very long time to take that happiness from me. I've been wanting to get a tattoo. Tattoos are stupid. I have 5, but they're expensive and they're stupid. I got that all the time. But you can get one if you want. Because I want to get one now. I'm going to get a tattoo eventually when I get the money. I'm going to buy a swimming pool. I'm going to buy a GoPro. I'm going to go swimming this summer. I'm going to go fishing this summer. I'm going to do all the things that I used to love doing. And I'm only going to surround myself with people who encourage me to do those things. I am so done with being a victim. I watched my best friend go through this controlling relationship, and I swore I would never be there. And I wasn't there because the person that I was in a relationship with, if they told me ever, you can't see your parents or you can't do this, I would have ended it immediately. I was not that far into them. Do you know what I mean? So, although they were not abusive in that form, there was a lot of other things. They would get mad easily. They would yell at me. They would fight. They had a temper. Bipolar 2 is a hard thing to deal with when you're not willing to take medicine. ADHD. And those are not excuses, but I think we both just got into a rut, and we both just got into this relationship thinking that this is comfortable. This is where I want to be. Even though really for both of us it wasn't. I really truthfully think that I say thank you that my room caught fire that day. I really do, because I wouldn't be here. I'd be stuck in the same rut, in the same house, in the same situation that I was in for 4 years. I don't want to say the whole time was bad, because it wasn't. So for about a year and a half, it was pretty rocky. But and I'm feeling comfortable about myself, and I never got told I was beautiful. I never got told I was pretty. My tears were never validated. I was never, tears were a sign of weakness, and I got told I love you all the time, but there was never any compliments. There was never any, well, you should just know that I think those things about you because I love you. He had a very screwed up sense of what a relationship was supposed to be. And the 4 years that we were together on and off, I just kept thinking, I'm going to marry this guy. I'm going to, we're going to get married. We're going to have babies. And I'm so glad we didn't. I'm so glad we didn't, because I don't want to be stuck in that rut for the rest of my life. So yes, now I have to start over. And I'm currently living at my parents' house, and life is down. But let me tell you something. I'm currently looking for a new house, possibly to own. I'm going to foster eventually, and I'm going to look into getting a new car. And I'm going to go fishing, and I'm going to go swimming, and I'm going to start buying the things that I want to buy and not hiding them. And I'm going to start doing the things that in my heart I feel like I want to do, even if it lasts a day. I think I got on this painting kick, and I'm still on the painting kick where I'm like in love with painting, although all of my artwork sucks because I'm not good at it. It's not something I'm gifted at, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having a fun time. I'm feeling validated within myself to do all of these things. And I'm not a victim. I know I said I'm tired of being a victim, but I am a victim in the sense that society would consider me a victim. But I very much made my own choices, and I very much stayed because I wanted to stay at the time. I wanted to be in that situation. Because it was comfortable. I was afraid of this feeling that I'm feeling right now. I was afraid of feeling revigorated and just having to start all over because I'm 28. And I'm like, I need to have kids, I need to be married, I need to do this, and I'm like, there's no timeline. I have a friend who's 40 with a 7-year-old. There is no timeline. She's actually over 40 now, but she has a 7-year-old. There's no timeline. I'm getting back in contact with people that I wanted to be in contact with the whole time, but I just didn't because this other person didn't like them and I didn't want to deal with it. And there's no time. I'm happy. I am so happy. And that is the most amazing feeling. It took me a long time to get there because, like I said, I wanted that relationship and I wanted it to work and I wanted him to be my forever and I wanted him to be the father of my children and I wanted this and I wanted that. But then I realized one day, I don't want that. I stayed because I'm comfortable. I stayed because that's where I needed to be at the time in my heart and in my head. Crazy? 100%. For me, it was crazy, not for everybody. But it's where I needed to be. It's where I wanted to be. The situation between both of us was very toxic. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him. I would fight with him. I would, because I wasn't feeling good about the situation. Every time we fought, he would try to end things. And every time we fought, he would try to, do this, that, and the third. And I just got tired of it. He would call me names, not all the time, but occasionally he would call me names. And I told him that if he ever called me a name again, I was done. And no, he didn't call me a name ever again because he knew I was serious. But the reason we broke up was just there was no hard feelings, there was no screaming match, there was no fight, nothing. It just wasn't working, and we both could recognize that, and we could both see that. But now, it's like, yes, that's 4 years down the drain, but when you're ready for something to be done, but your heart isn't letting you be done, in your brain, you're like, I'm so done with this, but in your heart, you're not. It's so conflicting and it's such a bad feeling. And I was depressed, and I don't think I'll ever be not depressed because I've been depressed since I was 16. I think you just learn to deal with it as you get older. But I was like literally depressed and crying all the time and not having those feelings of sadness validated and not having those feelings of worth and of feeling important to someone. And you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm free. I am free of all of that. And let me tell you, I don't know what my hands are doing, but let me tell you how great of a feeling that is. That is the best feeling in the whole world. And I hope he feels that too. I hope he's feeling this feeling of, oh my God, like this situation. Sorry, this situation was not good. It was toxic, but I'm happy now. And I hope he goes there, and I hope he feels that, and I hope someone, because he's truly not a bad guy. He's not he's really not. A friend of mine is dealing with a death in the family, so I'm talking to them, but he's not a terrible guy, and to someone he's going to make the best at, and then and he loves children, and he loves love. But him and I didn't click anymore. And that's okay. Sometimes those things happen. And you know what? It's fine. And I hope that he's sorry, I wouldn't normally be typing during this, but it's important that I get them through this. Anyway, and I hope that he's so happy, and I hope that he finds someone that makes him so happy, and that gives him his feelings of validation, and that lets him know that his feelings are warranted, and it's okay. I really hope he finds that, and I wish him nothing but the best. But right now, I'm happy. I'm so happy. So happy. I am free. And I'm experiencing new things. I'm doing new things. It's amazing. I'm having so much fun in life. And that's important. That is so important. It is so important that you find your happiness. Grab hold of it and keep it forever. Don't let anyone dim your sunshine. Don't let anyone make you feel those feelings of unworthiness or no validation, because let me tell you, people have that effect, and people are able to do that. I'm going to make more videos, and I'm going to start showing you my life, because although I do nothing at the moment because we're in a panorama, I really like that people are calling it a panorama, because you can't say what it's actually called or the other word for it, because YouTube will take it down. And so I do nothing, literally. But the thought of being able to get up and go fishing on a Saturday after I get off work, or to go fishing tomorrow because it's spring break and I don't have to work, or to be able to get up and say, hey, I want this, I'm gonna go do it, or I want to experience this, I want to go to this concert, I would never go to a concert in a panorama. Let's not crucify me here. But like, I want to do this experience, and having myself backing me and no one else there knocking me down or telling me that it's crazy, it's an amazing feeling. If you're stuck, and if you're in a situation where you just don't feel like you can get out of it, leave. Yes, it's scary, and yes, it's one of the hardest things you're ever going to do. But leave. Because let me tell you, once you do, you're never going to look back. And you're going to take this part of your life, and you're going to embrace it. And you're going to grab it by the shirt tails and just go. I love you all, and I will see you all next time.